Hey guys, welcome back to the next episode of Minecraft. For today's episode, we're going to be making a little bit of progress on the colony. We've got this whole corner here. Actually, well, we've got more than just this corner. There's quite a few buildings around that need to be upgraded to level 2. And I think that's what we're going to work on today is just getting everything that we can upgraded to level 2 so that way we're kind of staying consistent with the levels. Basically what I want to do is I want to upgrade my town in kind of sections so all the buildings become level 1, all the buildings become level 2, 3, 4, and 5. Unfortunately, you can't always do that with mine colonies because you've got research in the way and certain buildings need to be brought up to level 3 first before you can do the research to get a new building. So there's a lot of buildings over here that require some research to be done before they could even be built. But for the most part, I do want to get everything at least to level 2 before I really start pushing on the level 3s. So I think that's a good thing to start on for today. Alright, we're going to start out with the restaurant, the hospital, the graveyard, we've got the school, and the bakery. Okay, so those are just the few buildings that we're going to start out with. Now, while our builders are working on the colony, we're going to be working on our base a little bit here. We've been jumping up and down over all this junk here, and it's getting kind of annoying. So I want to start cleaning this place up a little bit and finishing up my floors, maybe doing a little bit of decorating, adding some walls where it's needed, doing whatever we can where we can. Obviously, most of this base isn't fully mapped out yet, and that's okay. We're not going to really be worrying about that. We're going to just focus on what we do have done, and that's kind of like this main center area here. This is all ready to be covered up and spruced up a little bit. Well, we're getting a good bit of our floors done here. All set with glass and the underlay. That's all done. Got some flooring over here. I made this one a little rougher just because it's exposed. It's not protected by the glass. Bottom of the pillars is done. Now I'm starting to work up here. And what I want to do is kind of arch the roof a little bit between each pillar just to look like it's supporting something. So I built this little thing here. It's going around, it's cutting. Probably going to change the angle just a little bit. Yeah, it's a little rough. And then of course we're going to line it with some blocks too, but that might be subject to change. So everything's coming along nicely in here. I think our builders are done with that little corner over there. So let's go take a look at that. Well, it looks like we got some upgraded blocks here for the restaurant. Nothing too fancy. Inside looks still pretty much the same, just with some upgraded blocks. Coming over here to our bakery, that's looking about the same as well. We've got this like additional building over here. I want to say this is like the start of the millstone or something. I'm not 100% sure, but I believe this one gets a windmill on it, and if it does, I've got plans to make that windmill move using Create. Over here, same thing, the school's got some upgraded blocks, it's looking a little better inside, looking more like some desks. Yeah, I'm liking how this thing looks. And coming outside, there's like this little courtyard area. I think this is the beginnings of a playground. Yeah, it's looking good. The graveyard is looking a little better. I mean, it's got a fence around it, some upgraded blocks, and I believe it's got a higher capacity for graves right now. There's not anyone really buried right now. We haven't had any deaths. So that's a good thing. Now I forgot to mention I actually turned raids off because the raids they came too frequently and were getting annoying. So I kind of turned them off. But we will turn them on again in the future when we get a little more established. It's just they got annoying when I was trying to work on other things and just kept getting interrupted with the raid. So yeah, I just turned them off for now. Which is why our graveyard isn't full at all. And finally, coming around here, our hospital. Hospital's looking a little better with some upgraded blocks. I believe the tier 3 is really going to change it quite a bit. Actually, tier 3 changes most of the buildings quite a bit. Okay, I'm happy all these buildings are up to tier 3 now. Now we can start working on the next section, which is going to be right across our waterway here. And that's going to be all this stuff. So Minecolonies has been screaming at me for a while that my warehouse is full, and I've been wanting to get the warehouse upgraded to a level 2, and that's probably what we're going to do right now. We're going to work on the warehouse. We've got 3 couriers huts, a tavern, and the fishing shack. Those all need to be upgraded to tier 2. And I'm not sure, but I think the blacksmith needs to be upgraded too. Yeah, we'll take a look and see if that one needs it. It's nice now that we destroyed this iron generator and all these water wheels. It's kind of a mess. I'm going to let the builders kind of clean it up when they build their buildings. But at least all this is gone so we could start building all these buildings. Unfortunately, they do need some research, so I believe we're going to have to get a lot of tier 3 buildings before we could research a lot of this stuff. Well, while our builders work on the colony over there, we're going to continue our building projects in here. I've got the ceilings getting slopified, I guess. I still got to do it to the other pillars. But while that works, I've got this wall that I've been stressing about. All right, we've got this wall here, and I'm not quite sure exactly what to do with it. I've been playing around with some ideas in a creative world and just trying to figure out what to do here. I know I want it multi-layered, but it's just difficult. I really struggle with walls. But let me try an idea, and I want to see what you guys think. How about that? What do you guys think of that one? It's a little busy. It's a little dark. Try to put some some of the red and the green in it to break it up a little bit. So the feel that I'm going for is like these viney sort of a tendril sort of things going through it, and that's going to be kind of like ongoing for my walls. I kind of like that design, having like these walls in place, making snaking around. Gives it like a real nethery sort of a feel, I think. And of course, the break up the darkness, I've got some red in there and some green in there. I played around with a lot of different designs, and I'm liking this one. It's busy, yeah, and it's gonna be a very complicated wall to do all the way around everywhere, but I think it's worth it once we get done with it. So that's going to be the wall we're going with, and I just need to copy and paste it several 100,000 more times. The only problem is oxidizing copper. I'm not going to worry about getting it exactly to this stage because this stage looks equally as good too. So I might just stick regular copper up there and just let it age up there together. I know you're supposed to spread out copper. I know there's an optimized way to do this, but I really don't care. I might just stick them all up there and let them age and not even wax them at all. But anyway, I've got a lot of work to do with those walls. I'm going to copy and paste that basically on this side and on this side too. I don't want to cover up my engines over here. I want to leave that kind of open, so I'll probably cover that with glass or something. I don't know if I want to change the walls in there. That's kind of already done. I might leave those walls alone, leave that little pocket alone, but at least on the outsides I could do it. But yeah, that's where we're at right now, so a lot of work yet to do. And there we go. Looks like we've got some of our walls done here. I've still got a little bit of copper that's still aging, which is fine. I'm just going to let that sit there. And eventually it'll look like this center wall here. I'm really liking the texturing that we're doing and the black stone that's going on here. And if we turn around to this side over here, I've got this side looking pretty good too. I did like this little pillar in the middle and kind of arched it to show off the steam generator. It ended up looking a little bit like a heart. I mean, it wasn't intentional, but you know what? I think it's fine. I'll leave it alone, and I think I'm going to leave it how it is. I don't mind. We did have to break a little bit. I wish that my generators were at least 1 or 2 blocks back, but I'm not going to rebuild all this thing just to push it back a little bit. I'll make do with the walls on how they are. And yeah, I think it'll work out. Now, we're working on another project, which is the ceiling. I want to get this center area, at least with these 6 columns, I want to get the ceiling kind of done in this area and connected up to the walls. So, of course, I've had the drills just going around in circles and clearing up little areas. Looks like they're on their last few blocks here. I still have this side yet to do. And I'm going to start setting up some deployers up top. So here we are. I'm going to have these circles built with the deployers. And the deployers are basically going to spin around in circles just like the drills do and just place blocks. Simple as that. Hopefully it works out. It's kind of hard to explain what I'm doing, but yeah, let me just show you. All right, we're going to come over here just to get us out here. Okay, good. Now the thing with the deployers is they need to be like a whole block away. So if I put a deployer there, it's going to place the block right here, right here. So if I want that to be our first block, we want to, I think I'm going to come out 3. That's what we were doing with the drills. And then probably up and then go over 2 and then up and go over until we reach the middle point. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do here. All right, something like that. Let's take a look. I'm going to kind of arch the roof up in that sort of an angle and in a circle, and I'll do it I'll do it the same for each pillar as well, so that way we've got kind of looks like it's supporting a little bit. Yeah, I'm liking how that looks. Now we do need to connect all this up so that way we can glue it. So I'm just going to put little bits of cobblestone here and there. And probably up here too. There we go. Okay, and glue it together. Almost forgot about my sails, so we'll put some sails right about here. Okay, with all that built, I went ahead and assigned my randomizer bag to each one of these deployers. So what I'm hoping is that they're going to use the randomizer bag in each one of their hands and be able to randomize what they're placing down. so that way we could get a textured ceiling as well. I'm sure I gotta toss the bag in here and hope that this works. I haven't tried this out yet. Okay. No, that doesn't work. Okay. This one took the bag. Oh, so the bag only gets placed with one of them. So is that one gonna place it down? No, it doesn't even place it down. Okay, so that doesn't work. Okay, I'm gonna have to rethink this a little bit. Okay, so we're gonna try something new. What I did is I copied the ratio from my randomizer bag twice in there. So yeah, it's basically this copied multiple times. So I'm hoping that these things just grab randomly. I'm not sure. I hope that they don't just grab a stack and only put out that stack. Let's give that a try. Nope. Darn it. Oh, they're just selecting one thing. Oh, they're going from the first thing in there and just only putting that out. Okay, randomizing deployers is not going to be an easy task. Yeah, they're just grabbing the first thing. Okay. I'm not sure how else to randomize deployers, so I think we're going to be stuck doing roofs ourselves. That's unfortunate. I didn't want to. I wanted to use the create mod to make my life as easy as possible, but not quite sure how to randomize deployers. Well, this is what we decided. I wanted to still use the deployers because, you know, roofs are hard. And, oh, I forgot to glue one. Darn it. That's why that's all glitchy up there. Hold on, let me go glue this really quick. There we go. Not too bad. So I've got the brick, and then the cobble, then the brick, then the cobble, then the brick, and then the tuff. So I'm trying to kind of layer it to make it look like we carved into the ground a little bit. And as you go up in layers looking up, you can see the existing stone is kind of getting brighter and brighter, sort of a thing. I don't know. It's just a thought, but the tuff is probably going to be the top layer anyway. So, oh yeah, look at that. I like that effect. I really like how it looks like that tower is holding everything up. So now we just need to rinse and repeat on all 6 towers. And just like that, all done. Cool. I really like how this roof came along. Yeah, ignore this side and ignore the side way over there. But yeah, for this middle part at least, this is complete. I'd say this is complete. I even had a chance to cover up my shroom lights with some trapdoors there. And the walls, I think the walls tie in pretty good. I would have liked to have given a little more variance to the ceiling, but I think it works out. It's simple, it works. I mean, it's just a ceiling. I think what I'll end up doing is somewhere maybe over here or over here, I will probably put like some sort of chandelier or like a central, something hanging down, you know? Just gives it a little more character in this room. But yeah, I really like how the shape, how the circles just kind of arch up a little bit. Makes it look like there's some weight on the columns. Probably could have went a little steeper with it, but I think this works. And of course, we still have a little bit of work over here with these 2 columns and this room here. I've been opening this up quite a bit, and I dug down a little bit here, just getting ready to start the pit. Probably next episode, we might start the pit. And we got some arches over here. So coming down this hallway, I'm all set up to expand to another room right here. This is going to be a bit of a small room. It'll probably end somewhere right about here. So it's going to be a bit of a small room. I've got plans for what's going on here. I won't say just yet, but let's just say it's kind of an expansion to my storage area in sort of a way. Not exactly. We're here. I'm still not sure what we're going to do yet, but at least it's ready to go. I'll probably put a wall right here just to block it off in the meantime so we don't have to look at it. So anyway, this all came along quite nicely. I think this area is just about complete. Probably need to work with some lighting a little bit so I can get rid of these torches, but all in all, it's mostly complete. Now, checking on the colony, we just got a notification that all of our builders are done over there. So let's go take a look at what they've done. The blacksmith's hut, that got upgraded up to level 2. Looking a little better, got a few more tool benches in here, and now it looks like he's got a foundry. The beginnings of a foundry, at least. Okay, that's going good. Oh, and an office, of course, up here. Very nice, very nice. Now, coming over here, I was able to get the sawmill done, and up to level 2 as well. This is the beginnings of a really important building. All right, so what the sawmill basically does is you can teach it a lot of crafting recipes, like all the recipes that have to do with wood. I could teach it fences, fence gates, slabs, stairs, doors, anything that has to really do with wood. And another great thing about this is it can start to build some of the roofing shingles and the paper walls and all the complicated stuff like that. So it's got 2 crafting recipe spots here. The main one is going to come with a 3x3 crafting grid, unlike the builders who only have a 2x2. And also over here, you could go to custom recipes and you can teach it certain things like doing the paper walls and the specialty stuff for Minecolonies. Like this stuff here. And of course the shingles as well. Now unfortunately they're limited to only 20 recipes as of right now. There is a research in the university that we are working on that will give them more recipe slots, but for now we're limited to 20 for the custom and we're limited to 20 for the crafting recipes. So I'm probably going to work on filling this up, teaching them recipes of the most used things like a door. There we go. A trapdoor, you know, things like that. I'll probably end up teaching him the basics off camera. Now, taking a look at the tavern, this got upgraded too. And look, we're already benefiting from a level 2 tavern. These two have golden boots on, which means that they're a little higher tier. I believe it goes leather, iron, gold, and diamond. Oh, she just despawned right in front of me. I believe it goes leather, iron, gold, and diamond. I'm not 100% sure on that. Let's see, who do we have? Do you have shoes? Nope. Okay, here's a leather. Let's see what she's got. Okay, recruit for 21. Stats, not too awful, but not great. Okay, that's to be expected with the leather boot. There we go, there's a diamond here. What do you got? Flowers and stats. Ooh, a little bit better stats. That's not too bad. I gotta check and see how many spots I have left in the colony before I start recruiting some of these guys. Now down here, we actually got our fishing shack up to level 2. And he's got a boat. That's nice. Nice little boat he could go out to sea with and do all the fishing he wants. And yeah, there's nothing really to it. Just a bunch of wood. But I think with the upgraded fishing shack, we have a higher chance of catching some of the treasure items. Now over here we have one version of the courier hut, and that's about it. Just some upgraded material, and oh, a second story. Okay, like a little office or something up here. Not bad. And then the warehouse. Let's take a look at this one. Warehouse got a bit of an upgrade. It's a little bit bigger, and I think it's got another level to it, I believe. Yeah, it did get another level. Let's take a look inside. Okay, first thing I noticed, there's a staircase over there. We got our racks upgraded. They're a little taller now, so that's cool. Yeah, a lot more racks to hold more stuff. Okay, good. And then going up here, what do we got? Oh, a couple more racks here and like a little office here too. Okay, not too bad. Coming over to the docks, we've got a couple more courier shacks built. Here we go. Just some upgraded material. Looks like some crates over there or something. Chest. Coming over here to this room. It's like a little storage room, or yeah, it looks like shelves right there. Okay. And then of course the same thing for this one over here. It's just a mirrored image of it. I was also able to get a stonemason here and brought up to level 2. So you can see he's got some level 2 materials here, like diorite and andesite and granite and stuff like that. Little crane, that's kind of nice. And then he's got some finished work in here. That's pretty cool. Yeah, sorry for all the zombies. They're, yeah, all the growling and clicking. I gotta light this up. It always gets kind of annoying walking around here. But anyway, this is going to be the same as the sawmill, in which you come in here and you can do the crafting recipes. Oh, he's already got some. That's nice. Yeah, you can do the crafting recipes just like the sawmill in here. And this is going to be like stone specific stuff. So he can do, and he could also do the custom recipes that are stone specific as well. So between this one and that one, I can actually have the colony start making its own material. So I don't have to keep running back and forth and giving the builder as much. I can actually rely on the colony a little bit for some of the simpler stuff. So that way I don't have to make it. And that's kind of the goal of Minecolonies, is to make a self-sufficient colony so that way you're not needed so much and you don't have to do everything. You got to kind of plan. You got enough to do as the mayor. You shouldn't have to make all the materials and deliver it as a courier and feed all the people and all that stuff. Let the colony do it. That's what I say. So that's what we're going to be going towards. I'm going to teach up some recipes. I've got some research going to unlock some more recipes for both those buildings. And hopefully next episode, we can start unlocking a few more buildings. I mean, there's still a lot of caution tape around here with buildings and blueprints just sitting there. I want to get some of these buildings built. Well, anywho, I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. If you have been enjoying, please leave a like and a subscribe. And I hope to see you guys in the next episode. Thanks for watching.